but the one I personally prefer is given by Lorenzo and Eitelson 2005, when they said that an e-portfolio is a digitized, it means it's a digital, electronic, not traditional, collection of artifacts, including demonstrations, resources, and accomplishments that represents not only the person himself, but also it can represent a whole group or the whole institution. And according to Lorenzo and Eitelson, this collection of artifacts can comprise of text, as I mentioned, graphics, pictures, multimedia elements, or even video and sound clips. And the next question is,
why is e-portfolio important? In fact, e-portfolio is simply important because it is a tool for documenting and enhancing learning. It is a tool for assessing and capturing learning with the students. Also, e-portfolio enables the students to look at their work more reflectively in an innovative learning context. We will move to the second question, these are the advantages of e-portfolio, as I have mentioned. And now with Miriam.
How to create an e-portfolio. Actually, to start to creating your e-portfolio, it's very simple, easy, and flexible process. You just have to go through these 3 steps: begin, choose, and store. And to begin, you just need to have some basic equipments like the computer, digital camera, and the scanner to transfer your documents and images. The next step is to choose your best work that you would like them to be included in the e-portfolio, whether it's text, PDF, blog, graphic, movie maker, sound and video clips, or any kind of projects. And the last step is to store your information. You can use the hard disk, you can use flash memories, or CDs. For example, the students can save his e-portfolio in this tiny flash memory instead of holding this heavy folder or file. But of course, as you know, with any new system, especially if it is a technological basis, we may face some challenges. One of these challenges is the technological skills. It means that building an e-portfolio, it needs from the students to be well-trained and well-prepared and with highly technological skills so that they can deal with different multimedia elements and be professional in using the computer and the internet. And the second challenge is the training and IT support. When you want to implement the e-portfolio in your institution, you must make sure that you have the IT support not only for the students, but also for the whole institutional staff. And the last challenge, it involves the students themselves, because some of them, they fear to use the e-portfolio because of some issues, like the cyber plagiarism and privacy. And now we have the next question.
When do we use it and with whom? Simply, no restrictions for using e-portfolio. E-portfolio can be used by all types of students, starting from kindergarten stage till the higher education. Specifically, e-portfolio usage, it doesn't stick to a particular stage. We'll move on with Marian.
Yes, our study was, the results from our study were explored from the teachers' perspectives in both stages, the primary stage with very young learners and the higher education. And my results, I will just tell you a sample of the most obvious results in the higher education according to the professors at the College of Education. For example, here as you can see, awareness. 93% of the professors were aware about the concept or the meaning of e-portfolio. Also 93% they agreed that the e-portfolio is more flexible than the traditional portfolio or the paper portfolio. And 50% they think that the e-portfolio focuses on the quality of the work rather than focusing on the quantity. And 65% they said in the e-portfolio we can include, as we mentioned, different kind of content, unlike the traditional one. And 86% they said the e-portfolio is a documenting tool which can be used for assessing the students' work. Also here we have for the experience, they said 78%, they said throughout the e-portfolio, students can return to previous experience. And also for the technological skills, all the professors agreed that the student, if he wants to create an e-portfolio, he must be highly skilled in technology. And also we have 65% of the professors, they said that the e-portfolio is not only useful for the students themselves, but also it is useful for the college. Because if the college is using the e-portfolio for assessing the students' work, then this is the shortest way to get the accreditation from the NCATE. As you know, the NCATE stands for the National Council of Accreditation for Teacher Education. And also 57%, they said that throughout assessing students' work by their e-portfolio, then we will have best quality of students in the learning outcomes. And now for the results in the primary stage.
In the primary stage, structured interview was used for collecting data. In fact, they were 8 teachers were interviewed by this interview. The results showed that only 1 teacher was aware of the e-portfolio as a theory and a practice. The other teachers were aware of an idea that e-portfolio is just a grading tool to grade certain skills students already have. As you can see here, the teachers' perspectives regarding e-portfolio, regarding content and challenges. The teachers claimed that content of e-portfolio should include read materials by students, solved problems by also the students themselves, and other accomplishments. Such content should be supported with multimedia in order to enhance the learning, to be much more creative work of the students. Regarding challenges, teachers claim that there are several challenges we will face if we implement the e-portfolio, such as shortage of time, shortage of technical skills for both teachers and students, shortage of equipments in schools, and change resistance. Regarding change resistance, this is a role factor most teachers mentioned in the interview. They said that there are so many people who are in charge in the educational field keep resisting any change in such field. A situation happened to me personally when I was at one of the schools. I was doing my interview. A teacher who was going to have my interview with her kept asking me a lot of my topic, about my questions, asking me to have a look at my questions. When we wanted to start our interview, she said, "Sorry, I can't continue with you. I can't talk about something, it doesn't exist in reality." She means the Kuwaiti education. The real concept of e-portfolio is not existed in Kuwaiti education. We'll move on with Maryam.
Yes, our last question is, what is next? As you know, next refers to future, and the future needs better planning and good implementation of the e-portfolio. And to do so, we came up with some solutions and suggestions. We hope they are helpful to the decision makers or the future research. The first suggestion is to create or establish an IT technical department in every school and college to support both the students and their professors. The next suggestion is that these students and professors, they need workshops and training courses to be conducted frequently. Also, one of the solutions is to encourage the students to use the Web 2.0 technologies instead of using the old traditional ways. For example, they can use the blogs, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and these things in creating their e-portfolio. The last suggestion is to adopt an LMS, the Learning Management System, or providing ready templates for the students so that they can document their work easily. By the way, the LMS used in Kuwait University is called the Blackboard. It's a very famous one. I used it personally. It's very effective, and we really live the atmosphere of e-learning flexibly and freely.
Our message, at the end, I would like to say that our message from this lecture, from this conference, is that we would like you to know the real importance of ePortfolio. ePortfolio is in fact a learning tool, is an innovative learning tool for long life learning. Thanks a lot.
Thanks very much, Huda and Fatma, and we will skip the discussion after and move to the last speaker. We have last speaker, Khalid al-Nafisi. Khalid al-Nafisi, he got his bachelor degree in education in 2001, and he is working for his master's degree. His topic is the effect of difference in photo dimensions in the digital storytelling and development of special intelligence. Please, Khalid, the floor is yours. So.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مسي عليكم بالخير. بداية نقدم عظيم الشكر للمهندس نادر معرفي القائم على المؤتمر، والشكر موصول حق الرعاة وحق كل من ساهم في إنجاحه. بداية سعيد جدا بمشاركتي في هذا المؤتمر، وحقيقة أن المشاركة هذه عبارة عن أطروحتي للماجستير قدمتها في جامعة الخليج العربي في دولة البحرين، وكان عنوانها أثر اختلاف نوع الأبعاد في القصة الإلكترونية على تنمية الذكاء المكاني لطالبات الصف الأول الابتدائي ورضا أولياء أمورهم. حقيقة ما راح أطيل عليكم لأن الموضوع أكاديمي بحت، ولكن احنا راح نتكلم على الملخص ومقدمتنا وعناصر قصتنا وكيف حققنا العمق في القصة الثلاثية والثنائية أيضا، وأهداف دراستنا وأهميتها والخلاصة اللي وصلنا لها. حقيقة الملخص باختصار شديد جدا، كانت الفكرة ما هي نابعة من عندنا احنا، كانت نابعة من وكيلة الوزارة الأستاذة عائشة الروضان. كان عندها فكرة ان احنا المناهج التعليمية مالتنا بدل لا تكون على أوراق نحاول نطوع التكنولوجيا ونطلعها بصورة أفضل. العمل هذا استغرق سنتين من الإعداد وسنة من التنفيذ، وطلع بهالهيئة اللي راح تشوفونها إن شاء الله بعونة الرحمن. عينتنا كانت مقتصرة على 75 طالبة من طالبات الصف الأول الابتدائي. قسنا عليهم طبقنا عليهم عفوا البرنامج، وقسنا عليهم النتائج من خلال مجموعة مقاييس. المقياس الأول اللي استخدمناه مقياس شهير جدا حقيقة، وهو ينقال له مصفوفة رافن الملونة، وهو مقياس وضع بالعام 65. حقيقة يقيس الذكاء عموما والذكاء المكاني خصوصا، ولكن يقيسها بشكل عام. فكان لابد من عندنا ان احنا نتأكد بشكل عام وخاص ان النتائج اللي حققناها كانت ناتجة من الدراسة مو عكس الموضوع هذا. حقيقة مصفوفة رافن نفس ما انتم شايفينها عبارة عن قصاصة فيها شكل معين، يقتص منها جزء بسيط، والجزء هذا راح يخلطه مع 5 أشكال إضافية، ويطلب من الطالب أو الطالبة يختارون الشكل الصحيح. مقسم إلى 3 أجزاء. الأجزاء هذه تدرج في الصعوبة عشان يقيسون بالضبط التأثير هذا. نفس ما أنتم شايفين القطعة اللي احنا نختارها المفروض تكون رقم. أحد عنده رقم؟ ممتاز جدا. بس الغريب في الموضوع أن الاختبار هذا مو لكم، للأطفال اللي عمرهم 5 سنوات ل 11 سنة. طيب ننتقل للي بعده. كان اختبار عد المكعبات البيني. اختبار عد المكعبات حقيقة طرح عليه مجموعة كبيرة من التعديلات، ولكن التعديل هذا اللي احنا اخترناه كان آخر تعديل لعام 63. العملية جدا مركزة في الاختبار هذا. مجموعة من المكعبات يطلب من الطالب أنه يحدد عددها. هذا الاختبار يقيس حقيقة الإدراك، حقيقة الإدراك البصري. هذا الاختبار نفس ما أنتم شايفينه أيضا يتدرج في الصعوبة. 14 نموذج يحدد منهم عدد المكعبات. إذا هم تقدرون تساعدوني في عدد المكعبات، يعني ليش سامحوني في الكلمة؟ ما أسمع، الله يحفظكم. ممتاز جدا. من يقول 8؟ أنت تقولين 8. للأسف الذكاء المكاني عندنا شوية محتاج نضبطه. ومن يقول 10؟ مشكورين جدا. هو بالفعل 10، ولكن هم أكرر أسفي الاختبار مو لكم. أقصى حد 11 سنة، يعني معلش.